Something has clearly shifted around Ryan Reynolds. You don't need proof to feel it. The mood changed first. Studios are pulling back. Deals are quietly disappearing. People who once treated him like Hollywood's golden boy now keep their distance, like standing too close could cost them. What makes it stranger is that Ryan still believes charm can fix everything. Bad movies, bad headlines, bad decisions. For years, he survived on the idea that he was untouchable. But the atmosphere around him changed, and he's the last person to notice. Ryan was always good at one thing. He could disarm a room. He could smooth over tension. He could make executives laugh just long enough to forget their doubts. Audiences felt like they were sharing an inside joke with him. That charm wasn't just a skill, it was protection. But the glow didn't last. The shine now feels forced, like a light that's been left on too long. People are finally saying out loud what they once whispered. Something about Ryan feels off. And in Hollywood, feeling off is a warning sign. The industry will tolerate massive egos and impossible personalities. It will tolerate divas with absurd demands and inflated self-importance. What it won't tolerate is unpredictability. Studios need certainty. They need to know exactly what they're buying. And lately, Ryan feels like a risk they can't clearly define. Projects tied to his name are vanishing. Paramount didn't pass on a single film. They walked away from an entire multi-movie package. 3 projects gone before they ever had a chance to take off. Decisions like that aren't emotional. They're strategic. They happen when confidence disappears. That move sent a message. Everyone heard it. The safest option in the room suddenly didn't feel safe anymore. And this wasn't about creative disagreements. When multiple projects are dropped at once, something deeper is driving it. Ryan built his reputation on being reliable, the easy one, the charming constant, the guy executives never worried about, but that version of him doesn't land the same way now. The shift didn't happen overnight. It showed up online, in interviews, in comment sections. Fans began questioning moments they once ignored. The Polish didn't fade, it cracked, and Hollywood doesn't wait for facts. It responds to perception, tone, and the sense that a story is turning. Then everything focused. Headlines appeared, pressure followed. The Blake Lively lawsuit didn't just shine a light on her. It pulled Ryan into the conversation. Suddenly, long-standing whispers had context. Doubts felt justified. The industry started paying attention in a way it never had before. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Ryan Reynolds was never extraordinary. He was likable while being average. Deadpool worked because the character thrives on obnoxious energy. Remove the costume and the jokes, and you're left with the same delivery, the same cadence, the same self-aware smirk repeated for years. Outside of that role, his track record fades quickly. Big budgets, limited impact, films people barely remember. But the persona kept selling. It convinced studios they were buying something safe, even when the results were mediocre. Until that illusion wore thin. Executives don't panic over allegations. They panic over investors. And right now, Ryan's name makes investors hesitate, not because Hollywood suddenly grew a conscience, but because controversy threatens profit. His brand used to protect him. Now it raises questions in every meeting. The confidence that once felt effortless now feels defensive. Every joke sounds calculated. Every public moment feels like damage control. The nice guy image stopped working the moment people realized it was strategy, not sincerity. Nothing about Ryan became more dangerous. He just became visible. And Hollywood hates seeing the mechanism behind the magic. Paramount didn't freeze those projects over creative concerns. They froze them because the math changed. Attaching Ryan now requires explanations, backup plans, and risk management. No one wants that complication. Ryan's career was built on likability. And likability is the most fragile currency in the industry. It only holds value when people want to believe in you. The moment they don't, it disappears. He isn't canceled. He's exposed as ordinary. And without charm carrying the weight, ordinary doesn't draw crowds. The real mistake is thinking this will pass. That one successful sequel will reset everything. That time will erase the narrative. Hollywood doesn't work that way. It forgets generosity quickly, but it never forgets when someone stops being profitable. 3 projects shelved, not delayed, not reworked, removed. Because Ryan Reynolds is no longer the answer. He's the question. Hollywood never gives a farewell speech. It simply moves on. Calls stop. Interest fades. Names lose their power. That's where he is now. Not pushed out, just quietly set aside. He'll keep SM. He'll keep smiling. He'll keep joking. He'll keep posting. He'll try to charm his way back while the room grows colder, but the industry already shifted its stance. And once it does, it never shifts back. At this point, the safest place for Ryan might be behind the Deadpool mask. At least there, no one can see the uncertainty. If you're still listening, you now understand more about his trajectory than many executives avoiding his calls. Like, subscribe, and comment. Because while Hollywood stays silent, I won't.